Okay, so here's my Rails to Trails book, and I've done all of the ones that have a check mark, and so, well, except one. Today I'm doing the Wapsie Great Western Line, which is 27, so it's right here. And so I've done 23 of the 29 Rails to Trails so far, or I will have by the end of today. And I'll show you a map real quick of what this trail looks like because I'm not going to do the whole thing. So in my book, now it was copyrighted in 2017, and so it hasn't really been updated. So it shows two parts. And so there's this part down here, and that's, it goes like from like through Elma. And then there's this, and it's like 5.5 miles. But so I plan to do from Riceville up to the Minnesota border today. And that's supposed to be 14.5 miles. And then 14.5 miles back then is like a 29-mile day. So we'll see if that's accurate and if that's true. But when I look on my TrailLink app, they now have connected this section. And so, but the whole route is like 29 miles. So I would have to get a ride at one point or the other, and I can't get that. So anyway, that's the plan, to go from Riceville to the Minnesota border. So here I'm parked, and I have to find the trail, but I think it's just right over there. So we'll walk over to the trailhead, but there's a cute church and another cute church across the street. So we're right on Riceville's main strip, and it looks like a really cute town. There's a Casey's, so I stopped really quick. And then here's talking about the Iron Horse full marathon. So I'll have to look that up. I do feel like I've heard of it, but there's downtown Riceville. And looks like we're in Howard County. So, oh, what a beautiful trailhead. So here's Riceville. Oh, it's Howard and Mitchell counties. And actually, I think I'm going toward Mitchell County the whole time. And so here's the map again. So oh yeah, so I don't know if that section is done. It's like in lighter blue. So we're gonna do this today, so that'll be fun. And it doesn't have mile markers on it. But yeah, look at this church, it's really beautiful. Well, good morning, everybody. So today we're doing the Wapsie Great Western Line Rail to Trail. And so I've already explained it, and I've never really been up. I did go to Nyack, like I explained in another video where I went to Mason City. So I did know some people. Oh, I stayed in Charles City last night. I knew people that were from Charles City, and I'm in Riceville now, and I knew people. Oh, I forgot to start my watch. And I knew people just from this area. But otherwise, I really haven't explored the small towns that are in this northern, kind of northeastern section. Well, we're not that far northeast, so we're pretty just north of Iowa. And so I'm excited to walk this. I'm walking to the Minnesota border today. So the Wabash Trace Nature Trail took me almost to the southern border into Missouri. So now today I'm going to walk north to Minnesota. And so I'm really excited to just have a new adventure. And it's a beautiful day. It's like 50 degrees. It's going to be 66 or something like that. And so it's a perfect day. And I'm further north, so the leaves are changing, which is really awesome. So I hope I can show you some pretty fall leaves. So anyway, let's go for a walk. this is cute. I wonder if people get married there or something. Or maybe just stop, but this is really pretty and the sun is rising back there. So this is a sanctuary preserve. Yeah, beautiful morning. This part is really beautiful. I'm only like on mile 2, but with the sun streaming in, and I think these are all birch trees. It's just a beautiful morning. And this trail follows closely along the Wapsipinicon River. And so that's why it's called the Wapsi Great Western Line, because, and I'm assuming that's the Wapsipinicon River, but people mostly call it the Wapsi. But yeah, it's just gorgeous out today. I'm so lucky that I can be out here doing this. Okay, this is the Little Cedar River Bridge. It definitely looks like an old railroad bridge. And it's the only one that's like listed on the map as far as I've seen. Pretty neat. A big farm over there. They have a lot of land, and they have pretty trees there, and then there's a pretty one right here. Here's another bridge. Now this says up here the mile marker is 3, but it's not. It's like a half a mile off, so I don't know what that's talking about, but the view's just beautiful. So just a couple weeks ago, this probably was a field of corn, but now most fields have been harvested. And so the landscape just isn't as pretty once that happens. But it's still pretty. Oh wow, I'm coming upon something neat here. It says we're going down, and then there's this huge bridge that traverses that valley. So that was kind of a long, kind of lonely stretch there without many views, but again, like when you're in a situation like that, you just have to wait, because then you come upon something really cool like this, and now I'm in the shade, and you just have to let those moments of boredom or monotony pass. Oh, and then look at over here, how cute. So this might be the Wapsi, I'm assuming, but look at this. Look at those cows. They are just hanging out. How cute. Good morning, big guy or girl. They're just hanging out. How cute. This is a really long wooden walkway that they built here. So how nice. Yeah, so up here it says mile 5, but that is not correct. It is, I'm on 5.6. And then there are these other mile markers where it started at 12 and went to 17. And when I got to mile 5, I was right at mile marker 17. So the big ones that start at 12 and go up, those are correct. But those smaller ones are about 0.6 miles off. So this is an oak savanna that I'm going through. So this must be a protected area. And like there's a pretty tree there and a place to sit. And then it had that walkway. So pretty cool. Okay, so there's the grain elevator in McIntyre. There's the Welcome to McIntyre sign, and then here are the trail directions. Turn left at Gray Street, turn right on 2nd. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of that. I guess I can also look on my TrailLink app, but yeah, so this is the small town of McIntyre, and I brought enough provisions to last me all day, just in case there wasn't any, you know, like a convenience store or something. And I don't think there's going to be, because I think the only place I would run across one is in McIntyre. So, and then again, that says mile 7, but that is not correct, because we are on mile 7.63, and I even started my watch late. So we're more on like 7.65. So that's interesting that that's a little off. So just FYI. Here's the McIntyre United Methodist Church. And I looked it up, and McIntyre has 115 people living in it. So it's very small. And then there is a pub or a restaurant up here. So we'll look at that in just a second. So here the sign tells you which way to go. And oh, look at that cute yellow, where is it? Yellow house back there. Very cute. And McIntyre Area Veterans Memorial. And this is the old downtown. It's super cute. That's Aetna Savings Bank. How cute is that? I mean, it's not anymore, but it was. And then there's a park past there. Okay, I skipped that porta potty because it was gross. But when I come back, maybe I'll try that one over there. So there are 2 porta potties. And then you go past this church, and it just says the trail's this way. So that's the way I'm going. Oh, and I'm on lap 8 now, and I can see the trail just goes right through that area. So that's really cute right there, and pretty trees. Okay, so now I'm coming into the Pinnacon Alders Wildlife Area, and I saw this on the map, but there's all of this. I don't know what those are. Denny, do you know what those are? They look like dog houses or something. Okay, I'm on mile 10 or 10.25 or something, and oh, there's a house or something here. No, it wasn't a house. I think maybe it was just someone's, like, one of their outbuildings or something. But so I think around mile 14 I should be getting to the Minnesota border, so it's kind of fun to like walk to Minnesota. And there's windmills there. But, and there's not a lot going on, but it is mostly shaded. I'm kind of exposed now, but it's a beautiful day, so it doesn't matter. And anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out, waiting to get to the border. Okay, so while I'm walking to Minnesota, I thought I would look up the statistics about Riceville. Riceville is in Mitchell and Howard County. And it has 800 or so people as of the 2020 census. It is known for having the Wapsie Great American Trail, or whatever this trail is called. And they talk about, there's a notable educator named Jane Elliott who is from Riceville. And an Olympic athlete named Ray Conger is from Riceville, so I should look him up. The Wapsie Great Western Line Trail. And so anyway, it is still really small, but when you're in these far corners of Iowa, or, you know, bordering towns away from a metropolitan area, none of them are going to be very big. So anyway, that's Riceville. Oh, and then last night I stayed in Charles City, and in the 70s, Charles City was known for having or manufacturing Oliver tractors. So I don't know if you know or remember the Oliver tractor, but that was made in the town I stayed in last night. So there are some fun facts for you about where I'm currently walking. Oh, and Ray Conger was born in 1904 and died in 1994. So he lived to be 90 years old or so, you know, depending on the month. And he was a middle distance runner, and he participated in the 1928 Olympics in Amsterdam, where he won his heat, but he did not actually finish, you know, the race, the big race. But anyway, so that was kind of interesting about him. And when I saw that he had died in 1994, I thought, oh, he died so young, because that's the year I graduated high school. But then he was born in 1904, so that was funny. Okay, I'm coming up to an intersection, and it's got a little stand, information center, and I don't really know where I am. There's a lot of windmills over there, and there's a nice farm, picnic tables, and a porta potty, which would have been really good to know about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, so you're just on this gravel road for, I don't know, half a mile or less, and then the trail starts up again, and look how pretty it is. It's just a gorgeous day. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that Riceville has a large Amish and Mennonite population, so I thought that was pretty cool too. Okay, the Wapsie Great Western Line North and Northern Branch, and I'm just going to come up here. I'm only at 13.86 miles, so it's not 14 and a half, but closer to 14 by the time I get up here, which is good because then it'll be a 28-mile day. Next Saturday, I'm doing this event, and I'm going to attempt to walk 48 miles in 12 hours. I don't know if I can do it, you know, that's just my goal. So, you know, and if I don't reach that, that's no big deal, but I'm going to do a 12-hour event, so that'll be fun to try to see how many miles I can get done in that amount of time. So here's this gate, and sorry, it's kind of windy today. It should say Minnesota on our side. Whoops, sorry, my selfie stick has seen better days. And so there's Minnesota. It looks really similar to Iowa, and I'm on mile 13.94, but actually I started my watch a little late, so it was 14 miles. So there's the Wapsie Great Western Line Trail, Iowa. Oh, Iowa. So very cool. And I think right there is a turkey farm. I thought I heard them, and I know that Minnesota has lots of turkey farms. So anyway, that might be what that is. So now I'm gonna head back. I'll keep you in the loop. Oh, and that took 3 hours and 27 minutes, just so you know. There hasn't been a cloud in the sky, but it did say it was going to be cloudy this afternoon. So it seems like it's kind of rolling in. And that might be really nice as long as it doesn't rain, because then the sun won't be beating on me all afternoon. So this is Bailey Station. I just wanted to kind of look at it. Yeah, so we're here. So I'm listening to my French now. So going to the Minnesota state line took forever, but to get back here hasn't taken any time at all. But I wanted to wait until I was coming back to start listening to my French, which makes time go by so fast. Also, I've seen these plants along this path, and that does not look familiar to me. I don't feel like I've seen that before. So I don't know if this is just a northern Iowa kind of thing, but they're kind of neat how they're like furry. They look like little loraxes. Oh yeah, and here's a bigger patch of them. And maybe we have them in central Iowa. I don't know. I just have not noticed. And here's the view coming into McIntyre again. So let's see, I'm at 19.7 miles. The sun came out again, but I think it's supposed to go back behind the clouds again. But right now it's out. So it's really only like 64 degrees. So it's not that hot, but I haven't minded when the sun is hiding behind the clouds either. Some pretty leaves. So this is McIntyre. Okay, and in McIntyre there's Goosey's Bar and Grill, and I think that is what this building is right here, is Goosey's. Yeah, which is a cute name, Goosey's Bar and Grill. So if you are riding this and want somewhere to stop, you can stop at Goosey's. All right, so I just ran into my first two people. One biker was coming, she had just started in McIntyre, and then the other couple was coming toward me, so I'm assuming they started in Riceville. And so I haven't seen anyone else. I'm on mile 25, or I've gone 25 miles, so I guess I'm on 26. So I have fewer than 3 miles left to walk, which is great. I am getting a little tired, which makes me, I've been walking over 6 hours, but like 6 hours and 15 minutes. So that makes me a little bit nervous for my 12-hour event, but I know that I'm dehydrated because I've had to ration my water. And at this event, all of that will be provided, so I won't have to really worry about getting dehydrated. And it's no big deal if I don't make my goal. I probably won't. So, you know, if I need to use the facilities, you know, and lose time, that's okay. But yeah, my calves have been sore today, and they are never sore. So I kind of just think that's dehydration. But anyway, it's still just been a beautiful day. It got sunny again, so that's been nice. But I really love this trail. I have a feeling most people probably bike from Riceville to McIntyre and back. But, you know, even going to Minnesota was a lot of fun. It was just fun to go to, you know, all the way up to a border. So I recommend this trail. I know it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and you have to bring everything with you. There's no water like all the way to Minnesota and back, but that's okay. I have really enjoyed this trail, and I hope you have too. I didn't talk about Lake Hendricks Park, but it's in Riceville, and so that's Lake Hendricks there, and so it's really beautiful over there, very well taken care of, lots of shelters. So anyway, if you're in the area and you want to stop at Lake Hendricks Park, that is in Riceville, and I'm on my last mile, so, and I'm feeling great. I took a Cliff Shop block, I had taken one earlier and it didn't do much, but I guess I needed 2 because I feel fantastic. So that's good news. Okay, I'm back where I started. So I'll show you. My watch is probably going to go off. I'm at 27.89. So maybe it won't, because I'll stop 6 hours and 56 minutes and 28 miles almost. So by the time I get to my truck, but here's where I began. I had a great walk. It's a good confidence boost for next weekend. So thanks for walking with me. Have a great week.